Okay, I know everyone's thinking like, where have I been for the past 5 months? I haven't posted in 5 months. I haven't really done anything on here. There's gonna be a lot of breakdown in this video. I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but I have some notes. Yeah, so hey, welcome back. I know y'all got a lot of questions. I already know. Okay, there's been a lot of stuff that has happened. The break I took back in March, I didn't think it was going to be this long of a break. I thought it was going to be like maybe a month or two, at least until I got out of classes in May. I thought I was going to be back doing videos, and I just completely didn't. But that's all right. I mean, it's more. Hang on. I don't know what this means. Is it this? Am I doing something wrong? Okay, well, I'm not gonna mess with this. It's gonna be fine. But yeah, you know, I didn't think I would take this long of a break. I'm gonna zoom in. Sorry. I'm trying to. Okay, because I kind of don't want Stitch in the background. Okay, that's a little better. It's gonna have to do for right now because I don't want to adjust it. Okay, what I'm trying to say here is that I didn't think this break would take more than like maybe 2 months. I was expecting to be back on here in May, and then of course that didn't happen. So then, you know, just a lot of stuff started to go after one another, and it just started to pile up and pile up and pile up. And eventually I was like, you know what? This is a good break. I think I need this, and it's fine. It's not the end of the world if I don't film for another like month or two, but I did want to get back into it as much as possibly could. So got some notes on my phone right here. It's gonna be a lot. I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but I also don't really know how. I don't know if this is going to shock you or give you some clarity. It is going to give you a little bit of insight of where I have been and what I've been dealing with and how life has been. I'm just gonna get straight into it. I'm not even gonna lie. You remember the boyfriend that I talked about in the past couple of videos? If you remember, if you don't remember, that's cool. You don't have to remember anymore because we broke up. Yeah, I'm single now. It was quite a shock, I will say. It was very out of the blue, but I also saw it coming at the same time, so I couldn't really say that it was a shock to me, but I kind of knew it was coming because I kind of sensed there were some things that were off, or there were things that I did not like, and of course there were most likely things that he didn't like either, and that's fine. I accept all the mistakes I've made, and I accept his mistakes that he's made. You know, just in the end, we just weren't compatible anymore, and that's just how it was. You know, at first, like maybe the first week or so, I was heartbroken because I was like, oh my god. He said we were gonna get married, have kids, have this big future planned, and then got dumped, and I was like, okay, well, what am I supposed to do now? In the moment, I was like, what do I do now? Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. I don't know if there's a future for me, and obviously that was totally wrong. There is a future for me, I just didn't know because I was always picturing this future with this partner. It was a very sudden shift change that I had to deal with, and it was something that I was like, I'm going to have to find a way to cope with this, heal with this. And it was not easy, okay? It was really not easy. And of course, you know, like I had to tell friends that I knew through him that we broke up, and that was kind of the hardest thing because I thought I would lose them as friends. In reality, I was like, listen, I'm not breaking up with them. The friends that I made through him, we're still cool. But it's more of like, I didn't know what was going to happen. It was a part of me that I had to learn to understand. How can I move forward on my own without having someone by my side? Because I always knew having someone by my side for the past 3.5 years, and then all of a sudden he's not there. So I don't really know what to do. But you know, over time I learned, I was like, listen, I do not need a man. I don't need anyone by my side. Like, I have friends, I have family, I have people that love and care about me. I have them. I do not need a man. Trust me. I've learned my lesson. I don't need no man. Men irritate me now. It's actually quite absurd. I will admit that after, and very quickly I learned like, okay, we don't need these dating apps, obviously. We don't need these. I think I had them for like a month, and then I got rid of them. I only had like maybe 2, and then I reduced it down to like just the 1. And it's really not the way to go with dating, and I've learned that very quickly. And I know my parents are gonna watch this and they're like, you were on dating apps? And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Okay, don't ask me questions about that, please and thank you. But here's the thing, the part of me that was trying to fill a void that wasn't there was very hard, and I learned very fast that that's not the way to do it. You have to find ways to understand yourself instead of understanding yourself through someone through someone else. I think I was trying to fill a void of someone that wasn't there with somebody else, and I learned very fast that that was not the case. Do not do that. You know, over time, after I got rid of all those apps, it was just like, okay, this is a weight lifted off my shoulders. I'm going to focus on myself, try and get better, and also, you know, just find things to do outside of trying to be in a relationship. It's not something that you should look for straight out of a relationship, because I've learned that, you know, of course, having someone by my side, knowing someone by my side for 3.5 years was difficult to let go. But now it's easier to let go, because I understand, you know, I don't need anyone by my side. I don't really need a man to tell me like my worth and whatever. Like, I have friends, family, I have myself. I know my worth, my friends and family know my worth. Like, I don't have to move forward with a man. I don't need a man, and I've learned that very quickly. I'm not in a rush to get to my next partner. I'm not in a rush, okay? I think I should learn to love myself before loving someone else. So lessons were learned, things have changed, things are still going to change. I'm still trying to adjust to certain things. A little bit after I got broken up with, I actually went out and bought myself something. Let me go get it. So I actually got this ring for myself, and I made a promise to myself to not let anyone or anything prove my worth or whatever. I don't even know how to explain it, but like, I don't want to let myself down again. I don't want to, you know, like say because I'm comfortable. I was afraid to let him go because I was comfortable with him, and I didn't want to experience something else with anyone else. Like, I knew him and I wanted to stay with him. And again, quickly learning that if you stay because you're comfortable, that will not make you happy. It doesn't make things better. And you know, we've had our arguments, you know, of course, we've had our disagreements, we've had everything that all couples have, you know. And it was hard to just like, okay, we're done. It was hard to understand that until I looked back at the whole relationship. There were certain aspects that I was like, I don't understand how I stayed so long. There are also things that I've done that I look back and I'm like, why did I even do that? I don't know what made me think to do that, and I also don't know what made me stay for so long at the same time. There were things on both sides that I just didn't understand how I stayed so long. It was just like, okay, this is like a good place in your life to work on yourself and actually understand what you like, what you want, what you are, who you are. That's just what I've been trying to do. I'm still doing it, actually, and it's been a journey, okay? It has been a journey, but it has been a good one. That's where I'm at with that. Yeah, so after I got broken up with, I got swamped with college work. You know, it was towards the end of the year, and of course, you know, things have happened during that time, and I just needed to focus on that and just get through this rest of the year. And going into my last year of college soon, it has been a little bit of a rough patch, but it's been a healthy rough patch, I would say, because I've acknowledged all the mistakes I've made in school and in my relationship. It has been a good way to reflect on what I've done and what I didn't do, or like what I just haven't been able to see until I was called out for it, and also until I talked to other people and I was like, okay, this does make sense. Like, that was stupid of you. That was like also stupid of him. That was stupid. That was just stupid, period. Okay, it was stupid. And you know, I acknowledged all my mistakes, so it was just kind of like, when the end of the year approached, it was a lot of stress, a lot of work to do. There were just times where I just wanted to throw in the towel and just give up, but I was like, listen, you're almost to your last year in college. You better pull through. Okay? I don't think there's anything else that you can do if you don't pull through with this last year. And you're going to finish college. You're going to graduate. And I've told myself this entire time from the first day I've entered this college program, I'm going to graduate. And of course, going through this entire program, you have your ups and downs. You have a lot of downs, but you also have a lot of ups. Okay? So that's the good thing. A part of me is kind of like thinking to myself, you could have done a lot better in the past, and you also could have thought before you said or done something. Did I pass all my classes? Yes, I did. Okay, so yay. But going into this last year, I'm going to definitely pull through and definitely focus, like hunker down and lock in on my school stuff. But you know, I'm still going to try and push videos out. You know, I don't know if there's going to be a lot of school related videos, but I am going to try and push more videos out. Like, that's my goal. And, you know, that's just where we are. Like, you know what I mean? There has been a lot of stuff happening. Like I said, I just needed to step away from the internet. I think taking that step back was something that I did need because it really helped me reflect on what I need to do, like just going forward with family, friends, relationships, school, like graduation, like that's coming up in a little less than a year. It's just something that I really need to hunker down on. Now, another thing that has happened is that I wrecked my car. I got into a car accident. I'm okay. The airbags did not deploy. That's the only thing that like I don't understand. But my car got totaled. I don't have a car anymore, but I am working to save up for a car right now. I do have a job right now, but I am working to save up for a car. Let me try and find the picture of my car that I took after I went to go pick up my stuff in my car. Dude, I was so devastated because I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have a car. I'm gonna have to save money because I was just gonna get a car after I graduated, but you know, I didn't have the funds to get a car. So the insurance gave me money back for the car. And I was thinking like, okay, I have like a lead to get a car. I had a plan in my head, right? But that plan just didn't go through. This was her. This is definitely something that like really shocked me because like, why is she all bent up like that? You know, it sucked, okay? The airbags didn't deploy. So I thought, okay, it's gonna get fixed, it's fine. No, they said the car's total, we can't fix it because the parts are more expensive than the actual car value itself. Or something like that. You know, I was devastated because we had to go back to square one with me and my mom sharing a car back in 2019, 2020. Was that rough? Yes. But it wasn't just rough for me, it was also rough for my mom because she also needed to go to places, and you know, Ubers were expensive and we didn't have another car, and we didn't also want to rent a car like every week or so, which again, that costs money, and that's a lot of money that we don't need to be spending right now on cars. It did suck because I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to, I don't mind sharing a car with my mom. Sometimes we have conflicting schedules, like they clashed together, and we have to figure out a way to actually get where we both need to be on time on said day. It is going to be difficult for X amount of time. I don't know how long, but we are still working to get a car. I'm still trying to find a job on campus. Once I leave my current job, I'm going to try and find a job on campus because I know me, I don't want to go back and forth on campus and then to my job that's off campus. That's so annoying. I would rather just stay on campus, work on campus, and then just go home. Like, I don't have to drive to an extra like place. That's gonna be annoying, and it's also gonna be more time consuming for me and my mom. We're still looking for on-campus jobs or even a remote job, but I don't know where to look. I'm still trying to find places to look for like on-campus jobs and a remote job. I do have an app that my school like offers for on-campus jobs, and I've been looking on there like every single day. And of course, no leads, not a lot of leads for on-campus jobs, but we are still looking, and it's going to be something that we are trying to pursue. It's just going to be a minute. I am grateful to have a vehicle to get me to point A to point B, but I really do love my independence as much as people like, if you know me, you know that I love my independence. Like, I want my own place, I want my own car. Like, I don't want to have to depend on someone else to, you know, spoon feed me all the time. Like, I'm gonna learn how to do it one way or another, you know? It's like with cooking. Like, do I want to cook? No. But do I have to? Yes, because I don't want to either order food every single day or just eat like sandwiches, like homemade sandwiches. I don't want to do that, okay? So I'm gonna have to get my butt in the kitchen and just learn to whip something up. I will admit I'm lazy, but when it comes to cooking, it's literally just reading a recipe and just throwing stuff together in a bowl or whatever, mixing, baking, cooking, whatever. You know, it's not hard to cook, which I have been doing a lot better at since my mom is out of town. So it has been a little better, but it's still like, hey, we have to find a way to do other things, okay? It's been pretty good so far. So, you know, it has been an adjustment. That's what's been going on. I mean, it's nothing really exciting. It's just like some things are getting into play, and we are still learning how to understand ourselves. In the moment, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I think once I jump into that little like pool of like opportunities, okay, I got it. It's just a lot of stuff that has been going on. Yeah, a lot of things have been going on, okay? And that's why I've been gone for 5 months. And I knew I'd be coming back. I just didn't know when I'd be coming back, but I didn't think this break would be this long. I do have other plans for other videos, and that's going to be something that I am going to try and get uploaded ASAP, because I know I don't want to keep you guys waiting. Or I kind of want to just upload on my schedule on Fridays at like 6 p.m. or something like that, but I don't know how that's going to go, okay? Yeah, and I also start classes like in the next like week or so. It's about a week out, so there's going to be some more content. Hopefully, I am planning on more content, of course, because I do want to get back into my videos as soon as possible, because I know you guys have been asking where I'm at, like, am I ever gonna post again? I'm like, yes, I am. I just didn't know when, and this is the part where I can say now I will be posting again, and I have ideas for videos. I have videos planned. That's pretty much it. I don't have anything else to say. Like, that's really just about like a really quick life update that I wanted you guys to hear. It has been a little bit, and I really missed making videos. I just been very busy and things have just been happening. I hope you guys understand, but there are going to be more videos coming soon, very soon. I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed this little life update. I know it wasn't that long, but I just wanted to tell you guys where I'm at in life, because hey, things have happened, and I need to just update you guys on where I've been, because I know I haven't been posting in 5 months, and that's crazy. We are coming back, okay? Starting with this video. I'll see you guys in my next one. Comment down below if you want any new content, like if you have any more content ideas, like what kind of videos do you guys want to see from me in the future, because I already have some planned. I do want to try and give your ideas a try, or like just hear your ideas out. If you guys have any ideas, please let me know. Comment them down below. Yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!